Hey guys, welcome back to another clip of Schach-manuel-lernen. Today I'm going to show you the second round of the Freeland Open tournament by Weil am Rhein. So I had the white pieces, and in this position I didn't decide for my Gleck opening. Instead I decided to play d4, which can lead to Scottish if I recapture with the knight. Or when we play what I played, knight d5, then we have Budapest gambit. He played h6, which is a bit a sideline, and I made the wrong move here. I played bishop c4. We will see in the game why it's inaccurate. I should have played bishop f4, d6, capture, and so on. The reason why bishop c4 is a mistake, he can simply develop his bishop to c5, and then he's well developed. And by the other variation, he plays d6, so his bishop is not that active. Then castle, then I played b4. b4 was not the best move, but in this game, because of so many tactical reasons, there won't be played always the best moves. He captures with the knight. Better would have been capture with bishop, because capture, I can't capture here, because otherwise he can capture here with a fork. And if I would capture with the knight, then he wins the e4 pawn. Yeah, system doesn't react. Okay, exactly. So that would have been better for him. He captured with knight, capture, queen captures, queen e7, e5 to attack his knight. He retreated, rook b1, bishop c5, few normal moves. And here he played c6. And that is a mistake. During the game I thought it's a really good move because of d5. But I just missed one move that would win instantly. Bishop d3, f5 is forced. If he plays g6, it's just, yeah, not good because h6 is hanging. So f5, I give a check. He has to go there, every other move loses material. And here I should have played knight h4 with winning material on the spot. The idea is he has this hole on g6 now, which attacks queen and king. And at the same time the queen has to guard the bishop. And she can't do both, that's why computer advises queen e8, that you don't lose the queen, but then we can simply win the bishop. I saw it one move later, I don't know why I didn't play it here. I played rook e1, b5, queen c3, a5, now suddenly it's an even position. Queen d2, queen f7. Keep in mind I still have a pawn less than he, because of the gambit opening. But my pieces are way more active, that's why it's balanced at the moment. Here I decided to sacrifice another pawn with e6. He has to capture, and then I win this important square for my knight. And here again all kind of stuff is in the air. Before it would have been much better, but okay. Bishop b2, going for the long diagonal. I calculated when he plays this. I calculated the move that I played, and it's a beautiful move. So you can stop the video in case you want, when you want to find it by yourself. It is queen takes h6. Wow, we sacrificed the queen, and is it correct or not? Let's see what happens if he captures. We have now this long diagonal that attacks the king. So we can deliver a double check. And since it's a double check, he has to go away with the king to g8. And then we have, after sacrificing the queen, a wonderful checkmate on h6. That would have been very beautiful, but my opponent, of course, he saw it. And he played rook f6. But still we destroyed his queen protection. Queen h3, capture, capture. And now we are still even more material down, but we have now the attack. Take a note that here queen h4 would have been better because of ideas of rook e3 and rook h3. He played rook h6, and now another tactical spot from white. The long diagonal is still under threat, and we can't capture here because if we capture, check, the checkmate is not working anymore because you can go to f8. But we have the wonderful check knight f7. If he doesn't capture, we win the exchange back, plus the queen captures and it's game over. So he has to capture, and now we can capture the rook because the pawn is pinned. So now we have more active pieces, still a pawn down, but we make our way. King g8. Yeah, here queen h4 would have been the best because of this idea. I didn't spot it. I played queen e3 for queen b6 and queen d8. And then a few more moves. Queen g5, that he is always blocked with checkmate here. Bishop e8, rook d3 with the idea rook g3. So he tries to exchange queens. We can't exchange queens because we're material down. f4. And here his best move would have been bishop f5. Due to capturing is not possible because of this move order. So I should have played a3, and he can't capture. Let's see what happens. I can capture here, king f8, queen h8 and checkmate. That was the idea of bishop g4. So he defends the pawn, we go back, e5, bishop d7, and here I was a bit too worried. I simply should have captured the pawn, and then we, just showing you quickly the moves, would have been a drawish endgame. Not easy to play, but computer says it's a draw. And here I captured. The idea is if we capture with queen, I can capture on e5. Captured with king, check. Here, capture, capture, capture. So now we want the pawn back. Equal in pawns, equal in pawn structure. His is a bit better, but I have bishop and rook. So now the endgame started. After king f1, I realized that he could have played this move. What's the idea behind this move? It's I can't capture because then we would lose material. He told me after the game he didn't saw it, so I was quite happy. Here the problem is if I play this move, it's neither good because he can play this one and wins material, and if I go back, I just wasted some time. So we played this, and the time mode was that we don't get additional time after move 40. And at the moment, the problem is we reach move 40, but we still get half a minute per move. So we are just on time pressure. Like we have, no person has more than, let's say 40, 50 seconds per every single move. So c5, I went back, capture, capture, king e2, activate the king in the endgame, c4, rook d4 to stop king a4. Here he decided to sacrifice a pawn for the pawn structure. We see now why. He has knight f4, knight d3, now knight e1. So he wins it back because there's a threat on c2, a fork. And at the same time here, and if I play rook f4, which is also important, the problem is he can simply play this move with another fork. So knights are really tricky. So I lost the pawn back, and now the endgame is objectively a draw, but under time pressure anything can happen. So he decided to defend his pawn, and his trump is the pawn on a5 in order to run and make a queen. f4, then a few moves. This one was a wrong move from me because it allows black to play rook b7 with the idea knight b5, rook a7, and then just marching with the pawn. Here the main problem in the position is his king is much better than my king because he's much more advanced. He played rook h7. I gained a bit time with this 2-move repetition. Rook b4, capture, capture. And now, yeah, he will come back with his king. And here's crucial moment. He plays g5. If I capture it, simply a draw. This one gives me more chances. It's still a draw, but not as easy to play. And here, I don't know why he didn't decide to play this move, because after capture, capture, it's just a draw. Of course, I can try king d4, king b3, but I don't see, really a point how to win it. Because if he plays something like that, I can play that, and even if I win that, I can't take it because this one, and then I lose the rook here. So it's still a draw, I guess. He decided to play knight d2 check, and I was really surprised, but since it was already move 81, I didn't have a lot of time to think. He played king b3. I run with my pawn. And when I can exchange now the rooks, it's game over. So I played this. Here's important, when I capture with the rook, it's a draw because of that. So I captured with the pawn. c3. Winning a tempo with rook f3. And now I make a queen and he makes a queen. But the difference is I could make it first, so I have here a check and the king is dead. I have here a check. He can't play rook because it's twice attacked and once defended. And if he would play this, I have queen a4, queen b3, and at the end this wonderful checkmate here. He resigned after rook f2, so it was really a roller coaster game with time pressure with a gambit opening, with a queen sacrifice, and 93 moves. But I was really happy that I could manage here to secure the win, which was important for the rest of the tournament. And yeah, with this wonderful game and a bit of extra adrenaline, I wish you a wonderful Sunday. Take care and stay healthy.